Hi everyone, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I would like to present two concepts that will help with expression. These concepts are very different from traditional approaches to practicing, so I hope that they'll add variety to your practice sessions and that you will be able to start to learn to interpret your pieces more effectively because of these techniques. The first one is with long singing lines. A lot of people have emailed me and they've said, I've been practicing my rhythms and I've been practicing the add-on and I've been practicing the 1, 2, 3, 4 methods that you described, but my pieces still aren't getting there. And I'm here to say that unless you really infuse a great amount of musicality into your pieces, you will not see a whole lot of progress. I remember my teacher one time told me about Kreisleriana and about how if you want to really play this, it's not just this, it's feeling that to here, to there. You need to feel every little note-to-note expression. You need to feel a connection within your hand so that you, if you're playing 2 to 3, that you feel this connection going down from 2 and into 3. And it's very philosophical thing. I mean, it's kind of out there, but it's something that will really help you. So for instance, in this Chopin Nocturne, I'm not feeling 4 separate movements. I'm feeling 1 movement. Okay, so now I've kind of told you that, you need to feel the connections from each note, but how do we really get to be a master at this? One method that's very different is to play your melodies without rhythm and play them quickly, and I'll explain why. So for instance, see how I'm using 1 movement da, 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 with my hand? That is the movement you want to use when you're going slow in the regular rhythm. A lot of people do this. Separate movement, separate movement, separate, separate, rather than doing. See how I kept everything in the same motion? So you can do that with anything if you're playing the Grand Polonaise. You can play. So because then I see that my hand naturally goes this way and falls to there rather than doing separate movement, whatever it might be. So that's the first thing. Practice fast. Practice these little impulses very quickly, especially in slow pieces. I notice a lot of people do separate motions for every expressive note in slow pieces, and that causes them to be very vertical. So that will help with expression. So far we've gone over 2 concepts: feeling each connection with each note, really going slow, listening for every connection, and now playing these fast little impulses. The third thing that I want to describe is a technique that is all about rubato, and so we'll call it the Rubato Technique or Rubato exercise. So if you're playing, I always demonstrate a lot of the same pieces. We'll do the Chopin Harp Etude here. So Opus 25, number 1. So how can we get it to not sound like this? A lot of people say to me, they say, how do you make your music not sound vertical? And this little rubato technique has helped me a lot. What you do is you get hyper-romantic with everything. And what I mean by hyper-romantic is You know, romanticism is known for kind of taking time. Rubato itself means the push and pull of time. It's the manipulation of time, how we use it in music. Are we going to push ahead and then pull back? It's a compensation of time. And real Heinrich Neuhaus said in his book, The Art of Piano Playing, that a musician is not a thief. If he steals time, he must give it back. And I really like that, how he said that, because if you're using rubato and you're pushing ahead, but then you don't give enough time to kind of compensate back, your piece does not sound organic. It doesn't sound like it flows. So this little technique that I'm about to show you will really help you with that. What I want you to do, first of all, extreme dynamics with extreme rubato. That's step one. This is a 3-step process. There's no right way to do this, but you could see I kind of felt the first of the line be very placid and relaxed, and then it pushed forward, and it started to have a little bit of energy, and I'm a terrible singer, so but singing also kind of helps you as you're doing this process, because if you can imitate the human voice, that's really the ultimate goal. I mean, Chopin was writing in bel canto style, which derived from Mozart, meaning beautiful voice. So if you can imitate the human voice through this, keep that in mind. Step number 2, extreme dynamics, still a little less rubato now. We're doing things to the extreme. We're really going and we're really quiet and then we're really big. I never want you to be harsh though. Notice how I didn't have any harsh sounds in there. I didn't go... I didn't slam anything. Third step is full tempo. Keeping in mind everything you've just done with dynamics as well as the rubato expression. I mean, you're probably thinking, why would you do this extreme rubato and then take it away immediately? The extreme rubato helps you to be imaginative. It helps you to be creative. See how that could help me feel the movement of that line rather than just going da 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 da. There's an emotional disconnect if you just always practice evenly. Practice with this freedom, and then in your performance you absolutely have to go back to the right tempo. So let's just recap really quickly. Feel connections between your hands, between your fingers, so that you can, and absolutely between the hands as well. If the melody is shifting from the left hand, you have to feel it shifting from your left hand into your right hand. And within each hand, you want to feel the connection between each finger. The second concept we went over is the idea of taking a long, drawn-out line and doing it quickly so that you can see the hand shape that you play. I can see, okay, I'm going in a little half circle right there. So then I continue that half circle when I go back to my original tempo, rather than all these separate motions. Finally, we went over the concept of playing with this extreme rubato. So you don't want to ever just practice straight. So always practice evenly when you're actually performing, sorry, that didn't make sense. Always practice with rubato and then gradually get it more even. That way you have all this imagination and expression in your playing that will really transmit into beautiful singing lines. I've recently started accepting students as online private lessons. If you have any questions about that or any other musical question that you'd just like me to answer in an email or through a video, please email me. My email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.